Honorable Speaker, ma'am, I rise today to address the House on Operation Sindoor, a pivotal chapter in India's defense history that exemplifies our nation's resolve to protect its sovereignty, safeguard its citizens, and repel aggression through calibrated strength. As the Defense Minister of India, it is my privilege and duty to provide a comprehensive account of its background, execution, success, and the profound favorable impacts it has had on our great nation. Let me begin by setting the context. The genesis of Operation Sindoor lies in one of the darkest days in recent memory, the horrific terror attack in Pahalgam on 22nd April 2025, which claimed the lives of 26 innocent civilians, including women and children, and left many more injured. This cowardly act, perpetrated by terrorist elements with clear linkages from handlers across the border, was not an isolated incident, but part of a persistent pattern of proxy warfare aimed at destabilizing India. The operation involved meticulous planning by our Integrated Tri-Services Command, leveraging real-time intelligence from agencies like the Research and Analysis Wing and National Technical Research Organization. Targets were carefully selected, dismantled terrorist infrastructure, command centers and support networks, primarily in Pakistan-occupied territories, without crossing into unnecessary escalation. This was not an act of aggression, but a necessary surgical intervention to restore peace and security. Operation Sindoor was a precision-led campaign spearheaded by the Indian Air Force with seamless coordination from the Army and Navy. It represented a quantum leap in our military capabilities, striking the largest set of initial targets using enhanced force, including the deployment of cruise missiles, loitering munitions, and standoff weapons. A hallmark of this operation was the predominant use of indigenously developed systems, underscoring our commitment to Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense. Key among these was the Rudram-1, India's first homegrown anti-radiation missile, which homed in on enemy radar emissions to neutralize air defense networks effectively. Our Tejas fighters, BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles, and Akash surface-to-air systems performed flawlessly, outclassing imported alternatives, including those of Chinese origin used by the adversarial forces. The operation dismantled critical terrain assets, disrupting supply lines, training camps, and communication hubs, all while minimizing collateral damage through advanced precision-guided munitions. Sites like Markaz Subhanallah in Behbalpur and Markaz Saiba in Muridke were not arbitrary targets, but they were the nerve centers behind some of the most heinous attacks in India, including the IC-814 hijacking, the 2001 Parliament attack, and 26 by 11 Mumbai carnage. Camps in Sialkot, Muzaffarabad, and Barnala served as hubs for political indoctrination. And recruitment. Meanwhile, the storage facility at Tehra Khan was identified as a key weapon storage site. Kotli and Muzaffarabad functioned as forward launch pad for terrorists infiltrating the Indian territory. The targeting of critical military-linked assets such as Sargodha and Noor Khan underscored India's capacity to undertake a precision, non-civilian sites on important strategic targets. Internationally, Operation Sindoor enhanced India's reputation as a responsible power committed to counter-terrorism. It garnered support from key allies, including the United States and Israel, who recognize our right to self-defense. This has strengthened our democratic leverage in forums like the UN and COP. In conclusion, honorable members, Operation Sindoor is not just a military victory, but a testament to India's unyielding spirit. It honors the sacrifices of our brave soldiers and civilians, fortifies our defenses, and paves the way for a safer, stronger, and different Bharat. I urge this House to stand united in support of our armed forces. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.